that they're putting into that program. Here, it's as easy as just putting it at the land aside and protecting it.
I just want to say to Bahamians in general to appreciate your country, appreciate what you have here. Don't exploit it, don't take advantage of it, and try to learn more about your surroundings, about your islands, what exists here, so that you could save it for your children and their children, so that they would be able to appreciate it as well and probably use it for their benefit on a controlled level. That's what we all need to do. We need to change our perspective about things, about our appreciation for our country, and try to preserve it and take care of what we have, because many people in the world do not have what we have, and we need to take care of it.
This world or this earth, that we don't, when we come here, we meet it here. We should enjoy it and leave it the way it is and try to have minimum impact on it as possible. And then eventually we'll pass on and leave our children something that they can be proud of when we leave.
Their recommendations, if followed, will help to ensure the future health of Andros and of its unique west side. The rapid assessment both confirmed the value of the west side of Andros's natural heritage and shed light on some of the mysteries of its extensive biodiversity. The people of the Bahamas, and especially those of Andros, are now armed with even greater knowledge about the truly wondrous wildlife of their island and the need to conserve, enjoy, and protect it for themselves and future generations of Bahamians. This land is our land. We are blessed with a place unlike any other on earth, and also blessed with a chance to maintain this land as it was, as it is, Andros.
Sometimes I often wonder if there is any earth. Oh, my Andros. She wakes, 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 and oceans we wake. Oh, my Andros. She wakes, she wakes, she wakes, she wakes, she wakes, and oceans we wake. Oh, yeah. Lord, Lord, Lord. Right. The big party and all the people celebrating, happy and so jolly, celebrating the big party.
Abuse, domestic violence, suicidal tendencies. Are you being stressed out from these problems? Call the national hotline at 422-2763 or 322-2763. There are trained social workers available 24 hours to help you. Know that you are not alone in this.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
I don't know, but there's all kind of cars in the parking lot, but you ain't even know where to park. Again, that's no parking. Look at this way. Like, you ain't get nowhere to go. Don't park him. Just don't park him. Don't park him again. That's on the gas. No, you can't park him on the gas. I ain't gonna be that long. I ain't gonna be that long. On the gas, watch it. Boy, what's going on, dog? I tell you we shouldn't park here now. This way parking. I tell you we shouldn't park here. Don't get one of these things. My bad big broke, and he got a sticker inside that say this mod though. We gotta move. This is honey gas. That's what we gotta move. But we gotta move. Don't we can move right now. Sorry.
Be considerate. Don't use disabled parking spaces without a decal in your vehicle. This message is brought to you by the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities.
We are here in the time of need. There's no discrimination. The mission is to relieve the suffering. We volunteer, we deliver care with donors and partners. training throughout the years. We empower to heal the world. There is hope, assistance with disasters. There is shelter and love for our people. We can work together to help those in need. So volunteer with us and donate to show you care. There is hope, assistance with.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the news, CG Atlantic officially opening their new building. We have the latest. Plus Falcons Boys Club and Champs Mission launching their free after-school institute. And a youth activist now in favor of the tabled anti-gang bill. We have his reaction. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening all, I'm Azure Quant. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping the news tonight, official opening of CG Atlantic Freeport's building, wrapping up just moments ago. Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, on hand for the unveiling of the plaque and the ribbon cutting. Our Ramiko Knowles is now standing by and joins us live with the details on this special ceremony. Ramiko?
Thanks, Azure. CG Atlantic extending its footprint on the island of Grand Bahama with the construction of a brand new building. The company has been providing its services to the people of this island for the past 24 years, and today they are celebrating this occasion as a milestone. The nation's leader, Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, on hand for the official opening ceremony, touting this as an economic milestone for the island of Grand Bahama. Now, the building will house CG Atlantic companies, including CG Atlantic Medical and Life, CG Atlantic Pensions, CG Atlantic General, and CG Atlantic Brokers. After the opening ceremony, the nation's leader, along with company executives, took a tour of the building, and company officials say this expansion is a way that they're giving back to the community that has supported them for over a quarter of a century. Live from the front lawn of CG Atlantic in Freeport for the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Back to you.
Thank you for that, Ramiko. Of course, we'll have more on that in tomorrow's newscast. Now aiming to empower young men throughout Grand Bahama, the Falcons Boys Club and Champs Mission hosting their 21st annual Boys Conference at their community center to inaugurate the free vocational after-school institute. Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, on hand delivering an inspiring keynote address to the young boys in attendance. There's more in this report. Scores of students, dignitaries, and partners gathering at the Falcons Boys Club and Champs Mission's special opening ceremony for the free vocational after-school institute under the theme Team Up. Many of the partners now applauding the director, Darren Roll, and all those involved for continuing to mentor young men and equip them with the skills essential for adulthood and the workforce.
The dream God has given Pastor Darren Roll is a dream that can change this country.
Programs such as this, one that helps to guide young men to become productive citizens in our communities.
Let us also recommit ourselves to support the ongoing journey of Pastor Darren Roll and the Falcon Boys Club by continuing to assist with providing the resources, guidance, and support they need to soar to even greater heights.
The organization giving away many gifts and certificates to the school boys. Meanwhile, pastor of Freeport Bible Church, Kyle Maycock, leading a heartfelt prayer for the young men.
We pray, Lord, that your redeeming power, your strength, your mercy, your truth, your power would overshadow them.
Delivering the keynote address, Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, urging the young men to cultivate positivity and productivity within themselves and their communities, emphasizing the importance of dreaming big.
I can tell you that you don't have to be from Nassau to dream big and do big things in this country. I'm confident that the free vocational after-school institute that's going to cut ribbon today is just one of the many opportunities to come to you. Take advantage of it. learn, grow, apply it to your life, and use it as a stepping stone to greatness.
The ceremony concluding with the official opening and a tour of the Champs Free Vocational After School Institute campus, marked by a ribbon-cutting ceremony and the nation's leader engaging with the young men on the basketball court. Good shot there, Prime Minister. Well, in other news, a bill aimed at addressing the presence of gangs within the country, tabled in the House of Assembly by the nation's chief, is garnering reactions from youth activists and those involved in youth development. The president of the Reach Out Youth Organization is calling it a much-needed tool in combating crime. Shane Stubbs spoke with the founder and filed this report.
This bill is a long time coming.
It's a step in the right direction. But the tabling of an anti-gang bill can't be the end-all be-all. Those are the sentiments of local activist Dudley Sade, who says the legislation is long overdue.
I think the country is tired, and I think what the government is doing is putting some teeth. There's a lot of gang activities in the country, so this bill is a long time coming. I think it's going to send a strong message. If you're affiliated with gang or gang activities, you're going to pay a penalty here in the country at the Bahamas.
Nonetheless, Sade cautions that the government must remain vigilant in monitoring its impacts on the intended targets.
When you do a bill, you got to do a little more homework on the bill. I applaud them for starting it, but what you're going to see now, they're not going to show their signs anymore. You wouldn't see the colors no more. You wouldn't see the cutting off the eyebrows no more. Some guys now wouldn't wear their Nike or the Puma. Maybe have a greater task force to find out who are affiliated, because now they're going to be smarter.
And with that comes the proving of affiliation in the courtroom.
Some lawyers going to jump in, and is also how you can tell me my client is a part of a gang. So there's a lot of things we need to put teeth in. Sometimes people rejoice on bills, but you have to find out how the bill is going to work.
While Sade believes this should make young men think twice about their choices, he asserts more needs to be done to figure out why so many young men are joining gangs or resorting to senseless killing. All in all, he hopes a clear message is being sent to those in or thinking about joining gangs.
There's too much young men just have a thirst, don't care about life. They don't value theirs, and they don't value other people's lives. If you want to be affiliated with a gang, it's going to be a price for the first time in the combat to the Bahamas.
Sade says he wants to see more programs geared towards steering young men further away from gang activity implemented. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shane Stubbs.
Artistic expression on full display at Art Lucaya opening. We'll tell you all about it when the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, returns.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
For designer shoes, sandals, handbags, and accessories, visit Steppin' Out, Top of the Hill, Mackey Street, or WhatsApp 727-9098. Shipping available throughout the family of islands. Steppin' Out when you want to put your best foot forward. Unwind every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Prop Club at the Grand Lucayan Hotel. Enjoy tasty food specials on draft beers and house specialty pizzas. The Prop Club, the best place to meet friends and enjoy happy hour. Come and see the cabinets and countertops in stock now at Specialty Kitchen and Bath, number 16 Oak Street. Phone them at 688-9661.
It's springtime, and Grand Bahama Tiles is having its biggest clearance sale of the year. with a 15 to 70% off all tiles in stock. For 2 days only, this Friday, April 19th through Saturday, April 20th, come in and save big on their only clearance sale of the year. Clear out that old tile and bring in the new with Grand Bahama Tiles Spring Clearance Sale. Call them at 352-7920. Some restrictions apply.
D-Mac. While you out looking for sugar, someone got test your KP. I see it. My work is on the water.
Don't miss the best of the best. Turks and Caicos Islands, June 27th through 30th. TCI. Be there.
Hi, I'm Diana, here at Home Fabrics. We are located on Milton and Keach Street, where we have the largest selection of independence, fabric, and upholstery, indoor and outdoor, olefin, as well as party items. As we come into the new season now for Mother's Day, we have a large selection of Mother's Day items, teachers' appreciation, as well as graduation. We have canvases and art supplies, and the biggest selection of balloons that you will find. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff are eager, willing, and ready to serve you. Our store hours are 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., Monday through Saturday. We're closed on holidays and Sundays. Come and visit us here at Home Fabrics. It's Home Fabrics or nothing.
We're down to the grand finale. We've been working long, hard. Everything has been unexpected, so I don't know what to expect today.
We don't know if it's weightlifting or cardio, but whatever it is, we just can take it on head first.
We know coming to this competition, we come in to win it all.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Artistic expression and culture taking center stage at the 2nd annual Art Lucaya event. Local Grand Bahamian artists breathing new life into the iconic Brown Girl in the Ring song at the event. In this report, our Jay Philippe dives deeper into what the showcase was all about. Here's that report.
Bringing the song Brown Girl in the Ring to life through the eyes of local Grand Bahamian artists, Art Lucaya hosting the 2nd annual event where creativity and culture collide. Art Lucaya inviting talented individuals to showcase their unique styles and perspectives into their interpretations of this iconic ring play song. According to Fatima Kabob, chairman of Art Lucaya, nearly 200 pieces of art craftsmanship is showcased at this year's Art Lucaya.
This year we've got 50 artists, we have about 200 pieces. It's 3 galleries and with 15 art students exhibiting and yet another gallery which is going to be open on Sunday. So this is a huge sign of, obviously we've got a very, very active art community in the Grand Bahama.
The chairman adds that Art Lucaya also promotes individuality and audacity, encouraging each creator to push boundaries and embrace their unique voice. She says the committee is committed to nurturing the next generation of artistic talent. Last year, the ticket sales raised $10,000, which was distributed among the 12 public and private schools on Grand Bahama, supporting their art programs. This year is no exception, as they will continue this initiative.
This is a platform created by the Grand Bahama Port Authority for artists, by artists. So while they sponsor us, they organize everything for us, they refurbish the buildings, they pay for the evening. Everything we do is shaped by artists. The committee is made out of artists, and this is why it has this sort of very quirky, very fun, very light element to it.
On hand to witness the opening of Art Lucaya was popular Bahamian artist, His Excellency Jamal Roll.
I'm happy to see that it has elevated, the art has elevated, the amount of art has elevated, and the level of art has elevated. I'm happy that people are out purchasing the art. I think what this do is this gives the orange economy some inflation. It helps the arts economy to thrive.
Now, while tickets were required for the opening night, the entire exhibition will remain open and free for the public for the rest of the month. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jay Philippe.
Thank you for that report, Jay. Well, a Bahamian music artist that has made many connections in the United States has returned home with a mission to connect Bahamian artists with those in the U.S. after igniting his career and rubbing shoulders with industry giants. David Mackey's focus shifts to elevating Bahamian talent. Here's that report.
I feel like we need that connection. I feel like, and I can bring that connection to the island, to the country, and help the Bahamas out.
Meet David Mackey, a young musician with a mission to foster a stronger connection between Bahamian and U.S. artists. Originally locating to the U.S. for college, Mackey's path veered unexpectedly into entrepreneurship before he ultimately discovered his passion for the music industry. Music has always been a passion for Mackey, propelling him to collaborate with renowned artists such as A&R Vanna 305 and other celebrities.
It's all about doing features too, you know what I mean, connecting with others so different cultures and different areas or part of the world can hear your sound, you know what I mean? And music is real spiritual. So, you know, you could get it in one area, and that one area, send your music all over.
However, tragedy struck when Mackey's father passed away, prompting his return home. Now leveraging his extensive network and experience, Mackey is dedicated to uplifting Bahamian artists and catapulting their careers onto the global stage.
Home needed me. You know, it's time for us to take over. You know, the Bahamas need to be heard. We have a lot of great talent. Over here, we're more spiritual. You know, so our music really makes sense, and it can really connect with people all over the world once it's heard. And we don't get heard in the Bahamas. It's like we get pressure off our shoulder, you know, all the time. So I feel like by me actually knowing all of these clubs, DJs, promoters, all these people personally now, I feel like I'm in the best place ever.
To kickstart this initiative, Mackey is spearheading numerous events, including the return of the Mac.
Music has a connection with everything. It has a connection with cars, barbers, jewelry, all type of things, clothing, you know. So it's all for people, entrepreneurs, people who want a social network, who have some form of business, who want to connect with others. You got to support each other, you know what I mean? And once we learn to support each other, the world would know about us, like the whole entire world. Once we work together and support. And I feel like having fun is a great way on getting that accomplished. So that's why I'm doing the free boat rides and the bike shows, stuff like that. And it's gonna really help people realize like it's no joke and we can really do something. So this also.
Welcome home, David. Well, a look at the weather forecast is coming up, but first, here's our Jay Philippe.
And in sports, Night League softball and high school soccer. Don't go away. Sports right after this break.
New this spring at Island Bedding and Furniture, the Forever Flower Shop. Check out our new selection of artificial flowers and wreaths. Choose stems for your own projects or get a pre-made arrangement as a quick fix to a dull space. If you're a soon-to-be bride, inquire about bulk ordering for floral options that won't break the bank. It's all here at Island Bedding and Furniture, located at number 5 Queens Highway, across from Caribbean Veterinary.
Hungry? Save the day with this hack. The tastiest hack is no longer a secret. Order 2 medium one-topping pizzas from Pizza Hut Freeport for only $22. Enjoy Pizza Hut while spending less all the way to the crust. Visit us at the store, carry out, or delivery. 2 medium one-topping pizzas for only $22. Call us at 352-9191. Pizza Hut Freeport. Enjoy all the way to the crust. Pizza Hut Freeport.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
I still want to put shoes on your feet.
I want to put some shoes on your feet.
And I still want to put shoes on your feet.
We still want to put shoes on your feet.
2 locations to put shoes on your feet.
downtown Freeport, and now our newest location in the Carmichael City Shopping Plaza, right behind the Walk-Up Wendy's, Carmichael Road West.
Gents, Mother's Day is coming up, and I'm thinking about upgrading my kids' mother's kitchen.
Man, I thought your children's mother was married to another man. You have to know when to let go. This is powerful. You know what? I'm going to upgrade my wife's kitchen for Mother's Day. I am sure she would love that.
I think so too. Check out Cornet Bahamas. They're having a pre-Mother's Day sale, 35% off store-wide starting April 16th through May 16th. The Sandy Port Plaza, Freeport, Albuquerque, and Eleuth.
It's springtime, and Grand Bahama Tiles is having its biggest clearance sale of the year, with the 15 to 70% off all tiles in stock. For 2 days only, this Friday, April 19th through Saturday, April 20th, come in and save big on their only clearance sale of the year. Clear out that old tile and bring in the new with Grand Bahama Tiles Spring Clearance Sale. Call them at 352-7920. Some restrictions apply.
Body and Soul Fitness in the Raven Mall has expanded just for you. New monthly gym rates for teachers and police officers $60, senior citizens $45, college students $55, and high school students $45. From Zumba to steps, hit workout and trampoline, it's time to get fit with Coach Alice at Mind, Body and Soul. Call 602-1763 or 646-4000. Mind, Body and Soul is waiting for you.
Ladies and gents, I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to sports. First in sports, softball begins end of the month, the Grand Bahama Amateur Softball League. First in sports, score some high school soccer games played in senior boys play. The defending champions, LIS, defeated Tabernacle 4-0 in the first game of the season. Also, the Beacon School won against 8 Mile Rock High Blue Jays 2-1. And in junior boys play, Mary Star Academy got the win versus Tabernacle. Final score was 4-0. Switching gears now in sports, the Grand Bahama Amateur Softball League is set to open on Friday, April 26, with a new slate of executive officers led by President Stefano Bevins.
So far, we have about 16 teams that's committed. We have three to four different divisions. We have all-men, co-ed, which is the corporate league. And our ladies. Our fast pitches in work, where until we'll get that up and off the ground running somewhere by mid-season.
Ladies and gents, that is your quick check on sports. I'm Jay Philippe. As always, be blessed.
Now here's a look at your local weather forecast, sponsored by Royal Star Assurance.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's so beautiful.
Our Facebook friend of the day is up next. Stay with us.
Don't miss the best of the best. Turks and Caicos Islands, June 27th through 30th. TCI. Be there.
It's springtime, and Grand Bahama Tiles is having its biggest clearance sale of the year, with the 15 to 70% off all tiles in stock. For 2 days only, this Friday, April 19th through Saturday, April 20th, come in and save big on their only clearance sale of the year. Clear out that old tile and bring in the new with Grand Bahama Tile's Spring Clearance Sale. Call them at 352-7920. Some restrictions apply.
Come alive, come alive, going like your light, let it burn so bright, reaching up to the sky, and it's open wide, you're electrified, and the world becomes a fantasy, and you're more than you could ever be, cause you're dreaming with your eyes wide open, and you know you can't go back again to the world that you were living in, cause you're dreaming with your eyes wide open, so come alive.
Hey there, welcome to Health Bites, where each and every week we give you a helpful tip to help you on your health and fitness journey. We're here at the Fitness Connection in the Raven Mall, and today I want to give you 3 exercises that you can do at home. The first exercise we're going to talk about is called a thruster. You can take some dumbbells like these, hold them up here, you're going to go down into a squat, and then up into a shoulder press, and repeat. You want to try to get between 15 and 20 reps of this exercise. Also, a pro tip, if you don't have dumbbells, you can grab a handy-dandy water bottle or a child or something else and hold them up and squat and press, squat and press. So you don't need weights to start, and if that's too hard, then you can just do it without the weights. Exercise number 2 is for your core. We're going to do a simple plank. You're going to place your forearms on the ground right below your chest. Get your body straight. Keep your hips elevated. You don't want to sag like this. Keep them nice and straight. Now, while you do this, you're going to feel your core burning. You might start some shaking. You want to make sure you push as hard as you can to get past the time you did last time. You did 30 seconds, try to get 40. You did 40, try to get a minute. Just keep pushing it. All right, third exercise, we're gonna work some more legs. We're gonna do some lunges. Lunges are good for your quads, your glutes. You can do them in place like this. Or you can do walking lunges where you step, step, and keep it going. A lot of these exercises you can do with or without weights, but if you want to add weights, make it a lot more challenging, especially as you get stronger. We have them here available at the Fitness Connection. We're located in the Raven Mall, also in Nassau and Sea Grapes and Blake Road. Come check us out.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Annie Pinder, you are our Facebook friend of the day. We know you are enjoying your beautiful day. We thank you always for your support. And that's going to do it tonight for us here in the North. On behalf of the entire Northern Edition team, I'm Azure Quant, but don't go away. The Bahamas Tonight continues.
Coming up in the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, millions of dollars in sports cost overrun. Haitians repatriated. And in sports, practice in for 4x1 World Relay teams. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, starts now.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Akushla Pinder, and this is the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks for tuning in. The sports minister is tonight responding to damning audited reports into last summer's 2 big sporting events that came in at millions of dollars over budget. Those audited reports tabled in the House of Assembly Wednesday point to $12 million being spent on the 50th Carifta and the Bahamas Jubilee Games in 2023. And according to the report, audit, the process to acquire those funds were not always adhered to, coupled with numerous other irregularities. Tonight, we begin with a further look into those details. Value for money? Well, there are no doubt convincing reasons why some would say yes. But based on key findings from 2023's audited reports of the Carifta and Jubilee Games, there are compelling reasons otherwise, like the $7 million in cost overruns. As Auditor General himself, Terence Bastian, laid bare in the case of the former, policies pertaining to the request for funds, purchasing and procurement, and the allocation of funds were not adhered to. Take, for instance, the finding that the local organizing committee, or LOC, did not consistently maintain invoices for 3 companies totaling $76,300. It was also found that there was non-adherence to Carifta Games budget with no evidence of agreed upon budgetary adjustments. For example, according to the report, funds totaling $217,865.21 used for the construction of a cultural village were not originally included in the Carifta budget. Consequently, a February 17, 2023 check was generated and recorded with an amount of $171,000+, but had to be voided in order to cover the unforeseen expense. The report goes on to note that after the conclusion of the Games on May 5, 2023, outstanding payments for hotel accommodations and transportation costs remained unsettled. A similar story in the case of a gospel concert unrelated to Carifta. Add to this merchandise procured for the 50th Carifta Games, valued at more than $104,000, ended in a net loss of just over $50,000. Following sales, there is still, notes the audit, $17,000 worth of merchandise left. The audit further determined that hiring policies and procedures were circumvented, that temporary personnel were assigned tasks unrelated to the Games, leading to a 38% increase in weekly salaries, and that there was severance pay eligibility irrespective of employment status. In the final analysis, upon the Carifta Games' completion, there was a deficit. Similar findings in the case of the Jubilee Games: a lack of transparency concerning expenses, a lack of accountability, non-adherence to financial regulations and procedure, ineffective human resource function, and the use of petty cash funds constituting a violation of established government policy. Well, the findings of those audited reports fodder for much commentary, but what we can tell you this evening is that Sports Minister, the Honourable Mario Boleg, staunchly disagrees. For the mere fact, he says that an audit is an opinion based on documents and evidence received, or the lack thereof. Marcellus Hall joins us live in studio with more on the Minister's response. Good evening, Marcellus.
Hi, Makushla. All right, well, Sports Minister Honourable Mario Boleg is adamant that there should have been a conversation between himself, Ministry executives, and the Auditor General in order to respond to audited reports. Now, results are in, and he says, though he maintains that if that had happened, an official explanation would not have had to take place. Minister Boleg pointing out that preparing to host these major sports events takes about 3 years. And once the local organizing committee and secretariat provide the ministry with an initial budget, it is then vetted by the ministry and sent to cabinet for approval. He emphasized that the ministry will never receive funding at once, as it is allocated over different budget cycles.
So if we use Bahama Games, for example, preparation started from 2021. We met a budget in place of $3.5 million for execute those games. We realized that that was not sufficient. We went and got cabinet approval to increase the budget to some $7 million. We would have then met in 2021-22 a budget line in that item, 22-23 a budget line in that item. So therefore, in the inspection of the auditors, yes, there was a budget line that would have been less than the amount needed to execute the games. But once cabinet would have approved the amount to execute the games, we then would have gone back to the Ministry of Finance and the cabinet conclusion, which would have indicated finance would have provided the funding necessary to execute these games. And so the funding was appropriately requested, unapproved, and executed for these games. So the 1.5
So as you know, the minister indicated that he is not satisfied with the results of these audited reports.
Unapproved and executed for these games. So the 1.5 millions would have and never could be the amount allocated to execute any one of those games. Thought that
Well, the Auditor General's report made it clear that their work did not involve a detailed audit of all system aspects and cannot be regarded as a comprehensive statement of all weaknesses that exist or improvements that can be made. Reporting in studio for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Marcellus Hall. Makushla, back to you.
Well, thanks, Marcellus. Meantime, though, Opposition Free National Movement leader Michael Pintard says he's not surprised by the findings of the Bahamas Jubilee and Carifta Games audited reports tabled in Parliament yesterday. Pintard says his party will make an official statement following a full review.
Our athletes, they need better facilities, particularly for physiotherapy. They need better gyms for training and preparedness. We need additional facilities across the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, and there are numerous private groups that are prepared to do public-private partnerships to execute it. When you have excesses to accomplish those kinds of things surrounding sports, it is acceptable. When the excesses have to do with ceremonial things, again, it's unacceptable, but we'll have a chance to comment more fully on that.
In other news this evening, the anti-gang and the Penal Code Amendment bills making it past the lower chamber last evening. The two garnering strong feedback, especially among parents. Many feel that the punishments being suggested are both too harsh and unfair. Corval Pyfrom has that angle.
The new anti-gang law, as it is being called, enforces harsh penalties on not just those who engage in gang activity, but those who help to protect those who do. The Prime Minister has stated explicitly that the hammer is coming down on the gangs, their leaders, members, and supporters. The new law also penalizes parents who harbor children involved in gang activity. If convicted, those parents could face stiff penalties. For example, a 20-year prison term. Among parents we spoke to, mixed reviews.
Now, if you are aware, that's a difference. That's the difference. That's aiding and abetting. But if you're not aware, I don't think that is fair.
So again, no, not to have the parents haul before the courts, but we got to be held responsible somewhere.
Some are concerned that the law does not take into account that many gang members come from one-parent, mainly single mother homes. They worry women will be persecuted disproportionately higher than absent fathers.
In some of the homes, we need to just deal with the fathers because most women in the Bahamas are single parent. The mother doing everything when the father even ain't care.
When I was growing up, my grandmother was not aware of many of my activities. So I don't think that's fair for her to be asleep and wake up and she in jail because of what I do while she was asleep.
There is agreement, though, that something has to be done. And among all these parents, they believe those who knowingly aid their children in criminality should face punishment.
We need our communities back. That's what we need. It's going to take a community effort.
I grew up on an island where if you bring a pencil home, you have to carry that pencil back if mommy didn't buy that. And if you bring that back home, you would get beaten.
Though there's still uncertainty about what exactly or how much that punishment should be. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corval Pyfrom.
Still to come, repatriations continue. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
There are some things that are undeniably Bahamian. A good count salad, junkanoo, the way we worship, the way we take care of one another, all undeniably Bahamian. And right in the midst of our iconic things, places, and people is Commonwealth Bank. Increasing access, sponsoring dreams, working alongside Bahamians to increase the quality of their lives for more than 60 years. Commonwealth Bank, nothing more than being Bahamian. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
We exposed 5 strangers to different KFC menus to see if the flavor can enhance any moment. And at the first bite, the party began. We repeated the experiment during the day, during business hours, on weekends, with sunshine, with rain. It's confirmed. Any moment can be a KFC moment.
Elaine, you hear what Boss Man was saying in the back there just now?
About what? The luncheon?
Why you always worried about food? No, about how we gotta pay a little more for national insurance. Mildred, you talking fool. I can't afford to pay that. And you're always crying, palm out. Ain't gonna be much. Boss still gotta pay. 1st of July, 2024. I think that criminal benefit is what did help my boy Tony through the pandemic. That same unemployment benefit. And guess what? What? Susan, I think she'd get a pregnancy benefit, eh? You mean maternity benefit, eh? So now, we gotta do our part to make sure we get our pension. All right, well, let me try and go back to agency, boss.
In life's most critical moments, every second counts. AAS Life Flight can be a beacon of hope in disguise. AAS Life Flight spans 25 years as a licensed air ambulance transport service in the Bahamas. Our fixed-wing aircraft are dedicated air ambulance airplanes, flying an intensive care unit with advanced life support equipment. What sets us apart? 25 years of saving lives, 100% safety record, bedside-to-bedside transfers with our own ground ambulance, dedicated King Air aircraft, FAA-qualified pilots and co-pilots, qualified doctors, nurses, EMTs, and RTs. Choose a trusted provider. Choose AAS Life Flight for an experience grounded in trust. For peace of mind in emergencies, contact Air Ambulance Services at 377-1606 and 323-2186.
No idea what's coming. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
The best of the best. Keep the vibes alive music group. Alpha Sounds Promotions present the best of the best Wicked Scrape Explosion. As we ignite the grounds of Super Club Breezes, KB, Gino D, Funky D, Veronica Bishop, Ivy, the Barrowlanders, Elon Moxley, Shine 242.
Get your tickets now. Available online at BahamasEtickets.com or swing by the Beauty Shack on Soldier Road and Carmichael Road.
And we're not done yet. The Falcons, Shag Collie and the VIPs, Pat Ramey, Stevie S, Johnny Cake, Iron Store, Novi, Mama D, and Nishi LS. Skyboxes and Skypods available. Call 394-0819. The best of the best Break and Scrape Explosion. Gates open at 6 p.m. May 11th at Super Club Breezes.
Shawnee Miller-Weebo tying up, but it doesn't matter. It's gold for the Olympic champion.
On May 4th and 5th, the sun will shine down on the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium.
Coming through the field.
Hundreds of the world's best track athletes from more than 40 countries will compete to qualify for their spot at the Paris Olympics.
Incredible. It combines 2 unique styles and has a base with an exquisite texture. So delicious.
A cheddar cheese base and a talking painting. Really unexpected.
Try an unexpected combination. Very unexpected. The new Slices and Sticks. Cheesy cheddar, pepperoni, cheese sticks, and a delicious cheddar cheese base. Only available at Little Caesars. Order your Slices and Sticks today at any of our locations. Prince Charles in the One East Plaza, Oaksfield Shopping Plaza, Carmichael Road, East Street South in the Pineapple Plaza, and the Charles Sanders Highway.
Pizza.
trip back home for 274 Haitian nationals picked up from Matthewtown, Inagua. Earlier this week, the group loaded the Defense Forces HMBS Lawrence Major and arrived in Haiti this past Monday. You may recall that the Defense Force imposed a naval blockade in the southern Bahamas after Haiti descended into chaos and civil unrest as gangs overran police stations and freed more than 4,000 inmates from prisons in the capital, Port-au-Prince. Since then, hundreds of Haitians have been intercepted in boats here in the Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos Islands and repatriated. Still, Inagua residents are not at all concerned about these migrants being housed on their island. In fact, George Harris sees it as an economic boost.
Food supplies in the local shops around here comes off the shelf sort of fast. Particularly, you know, the vegetables and fruits they use for cooking and that sort of stuff. That might move. It does move fast. So that's one impact where the supplies at the food store could move fast. And once they're done, you just have to be aware of that. Try to get your supplies early. You know, once the boat brings them down. No one is complaining, you know, but it's just that's the situation. It's just a more efficient operation in recent times.
Well, an historic agreement signed between the Airport Authority and the Public Managers Union. The 3-year contract represents 55 middle managers of the Airport Authority. Outside of salary increases, it speaks to career advancement opportunities with marked increases in pay, maternity and sick leave, vacation entitlement, improved working conditions and health benefits. President of the Public Managers Union, Leslie Munning, says the 2-year negotiation was fruitful.
But it is important to note that this, again, is our first agreement here at the Airport Authority. In this agreement, we were able to establish proper salary scales, division of classifications for the employees, so that persons know exactly where they fall within the tier structure here at the authority. Because the authority's ultimate intention and goal is to develop this airport to continue to be one of the premier airports around the world. And so one of the factors in that process is to ensure that your employees have clear working contracts of engagement, of employment, and that's what this does.
Lead negotiator Shigera Popo, Chief Superintendent of Maintenance at the Authority Stephen Gay, and Accountant at the Authority Melissa Barnaby, all applauding the historic deal. Today's signing is the 25th industrial agreement the Labor Resource Unit has negotiated in the last 2 years.
This has been a long journey. 2 years, like I said to Mr. Munnings, we've been toiling and sweating. But to see that we actually made it here today, it's been a significant journey.
We never had a managers union before. Our salaries were like, being a quasi government as well, our salaries were way below everybody else. So that was very important. We developed some proper salary structures and a proper org chart. So that was one of the milestones that I wanted.
Before the contract was signed, we were like stagnant, meaning that there was no structure for the managers, and now the class in the agreement, there are different classes of managers, and it like give you something to look at to see where's your next point.
Well, at its Spring Food Expo earlier this month, Cisco Bahamas officials made a big announcement about future plans, and it involves a new Bahamian company. Here's Marcellus Hall to tell us all about it.
Before the Cisco Bahamas Spring Food Expo ended this year, Ahmad Rashad Thompson, Learning and Development Manager, Cisco Bahamas, revealed some big plans for the future of Cisco Bahamas and a brand new Bahamian company.
The secret is out. Cisco is moving beyond food into wines and spirits. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the Pink Sands brand here at the food show today, and they are debuting with us as their main distributor of their Pink Sands brand. And we are excited to announce to the world that Cisco Bahamas is now food, wines, and spirits. Everything you need, we have.
Alex Norton, co-founder and creative director, Pink Sand Spirits Co., reacts to this exciting news.
It feels absolutely amazing. We're so excited to be with Cisco, who is, the global leader in food distribution, and we're so excited that they decided to go into alcohol and with us. It's really just a huge honor and really, really exciting for us. So we're so happy, and they've been a great partner so far, and we look forward to many years of partnership with them.
Pablo Conde, co-founder Pink Sand Spirits Co., explains the idea behind the creation of the company.
The idea was we wanted to create a line of white spirits and seltzers. So we have vodka, gin, rum, and tequila. We have a plain and flavored version of each. And then we have a corresponding line of seltzers, right? All very clean, they're all natural flavors, fruit extracts, fruit juices.
Alex and Pablo tell us more about their brand and their vision for the future.
Pink Sand has everything to offer. It really is a lifestyle in a bottle. What we're trying to do is really show the beauty of the Bahamas and share it with the rest of the world. And we do that through our spirits and seltzers. And we're really about creating drinking occasions, moments in which to drink. And we do that through our beautiful branding, through our wonderful products, and obviously, activations and events such as this. So we're really happy, to be here to show everything.
Our start in Harbor Island, and we'll include Eleuthera in that as well, is very special. It's one of the most special place on earth for me. I've been able to experience it my entire life, the lifestyle in Harbor Island and in Eleuthera, and we're very excited to be able to bring a brand from this place that's so special to us and share it with the rest of the world.
When the expo was winding down, Cisco had one more very special guest. Here's Keisha Ellis, the executive director, Hands for Hunger, to tell us all about it.
The expo was amazing this year, as it is every year. Hands for Hunger is so honored to be invited to be a part of this event because we are actually here as a special guest. We are here to collect the extra food, the surplus food, and the special donations because Cisco is such an amazing partner to us. They invite us every year so that we can benefit from the surplus food that's available and that we can use that to share with communities throughout the Bahamas.
And there you have it. The Cisco Bahamas Spring Food Expo is history. But as Ahmad Rashad Thompson told us, their customers can now look forward to the September show because it's going to surpass even this one.
Well, there's more news to come, but Marcellus Hall is up once again, and this time he's telling us what's coming up in sports. Marcellus?
Coming up in sports for tonight, action heating up as the GSSA baseball and softball championships get rolling. Details ahead in sports.
If you see news in the making, call ZNS News at 502-3800 or email us at znsnews@gmail.com.
Yellow Elder Garden, Allie and her cousins listened to Grammy share tales. The 70s so sweet, with themed costumes and dancing feet. Then came the brass, reaching new heights, a symphony of Bahamian nights. The 2000s, the Yellow Elder, a symbol of pride. Grammy's legacy in view as Allie dances in her Yellow Elder costume. We are alive.
After 51 years, Popeyes is crashing the wings party with 5 flavors.
Makes no sense it took so long. Crispy outside, juicy inside.
Who are you?
We don't make sense. We make chicken. Y'all good?
Popeyes' new chicken wings make no sense. Marinated in Louisiana spices, hand battered and flipped, and then we have the audacity to call all 5 flavors fast food? Someone should really say something or order something.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Now available at Popeyes in Nassau.
Simplified Lending, we know that your time is precious. So we've unscrambled the loan process, making it fast and hassle-free. You can have your answer in as little as 24 hours. When you qualify, we simplify. We are the best borrowing solution for tuition, home renovation, vacation loans, emergency medical expenses, purchasing a vehicle, and for business expansion loans. Simplified Lending for simplified living. Call us today or find us in the R&D Plaza on JFK Drive.
Who will wear the crown? The countdown is on for the biggest finale ever, and you can have a front row seat to witness it all. It's the crowning of the 2024 Miss Teen Bahamas International, Sunday, April 28th, 2024 at the Atlantis Theater Paradise Island. Showtime, 8 p.m. Also expect a big announcement on finale night. That's the 2024 Miss Teen Bahamas Pageant Finale. Tickets VIP $65, general admission $50, and students with ID $35. Box office Divas Inc., West Bay Street. Miss Teen Bahamas Pageant is brought to you by the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, Star Apple, Wendy's, Titan Hospitality Group of Companies, Farmhouse Bistro, Zaymar Group, The Point, Western Air, Superclubs Breezers, Atlantis Paradise Island, the Sugar Rush Lounge, and Strength Over Fear.
It's Spa Week, we got what you need. Sit back, relax, and come in for a treat. We just wanna make you smile. We will go the extra mile at Baha Retreat Spa.
Come visit us at Baha Retreat Spa on East Bay Street. Contact us at 323-6711 or visit us online at www.baharetreat.com.
Get to glow, keeping you in the know, keeping you in the know. God, that's good enough to eat, and it's good to grow. It's good enough to eat, and it's good to grow.
After an extremely successful agribusiness expo last weekend, the Bahamas Agriculture and Industrial Corporation is now gearing up for its Taste and Tell event set to take place this weekend at the Western Esplanade from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m.
It's going to feature just about 50 food processors that will be displaying and sampling a variety of locally processed Bahamian items, from jams and jellies to sauces to wine. There will be a mixology competition. There will be a pepper eating competition. There will be a chef competition with chefs, young chefs from the University of the Bahamas, using the sauces and jams and seasonings that have been locally produced.
This is the third installment of Taste and Tell, and according to BAIC General Manager Troy Sampson, the aim here is to empower local processors.
A critical component of the Taste and Tell is that it is also a conduit into the market to impact the amount of processed items that we imported to the country. And so in 2022, BAIC and Milo Butler & Sons signed a memorandum of understanding for them to distribute selected the winners of the Taste and Tell competition to distribute their products more widely across the Bahamas. So now it's taking those processes from this cottage industry, mom and pop, and in some cases they now move to small and medium-sized business because they've been able to scale up.
And to take it up a notch, this year the Small Business Development Center will join BAIC.
Some money they're putting behind it to assist the winners with getting more inventory, more equipment, getting their product tested, as well as marketing that product so the awareness with the Bahamian people is there.
Some 50 vendors will grace the Western Esplanade this Saturday, and Bahamians will have an opportunity to see, taste, and experience authentically Bahamian-made products.
This year, it's going to be fantastic. Like I said, we've added the component of the mixology. We have the pepper eating contest for those of you that believe you have the ability to withstand the hot of the hot. You're going to be able to come out and get involved in the pepper eating competition. And then if the pepper's a bit too hot, you can just go to the mixologist afterwards and kind of sample some of the offerings that'll be done there.
Keeping you in the know with Good to Grow, I'm Leah Cooper.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works.
Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Governor General Her Excellency Cynthia Pratt, Deputy Prime Minister, the Honourable Chester Cooper, and F&M leader Michael Pintard, among those paying respects to former F&M Deputy Chairman Donald Saunders as his body lay in state at the House of Assembly this morning. Saunders' family on hand to receive guests offering condolences. DPM Cooper says he and Saunders were more than political brothers in Parliament.
He was passionate about politics, and he understood that politics was only the vehicle to national service. And today we remember him. We mourn with his family and his political colleagues. But for me, this is very personal. Oftentimes we contribute significantly to our work, and sometimes it is at great sacrifice to our families and the people around us. So this teaches us that our days are numbered, and we must live each day to its fullest.
Well, the Free National Movement last night coming together for a memorial service for their late Deputy Chairman. Our Lloyd Allen tonight providing more from those who knew Saunders during his nearly 15 years in politics.
Emotions running high in the parking lot to the rear of the Free National Movement's Mackey Street headquarters Wednesday evening, as nearly a dozen people shared their personal and professional experience with their slain colleague and friend, Donald Saunders. Party leader Michael Pintard touted Saunders as a champion for the people, a true Bahamian.
I want to say to all the officers and members of the Free National Movement that we have to continue the work that Don dedicated his life to. And a part of that work is making sure that we turn to each other and not on each other. A part of that work is recognizing that no one, two, or three persons, no side have a monopoly on good ideas. A part of that work is recognizing that we are stronger together.
Bahamas Christian Council President Bishop Delton Fernander and others sharing on the fragility of life and the importance of impact.
Family, I know it's probably one of the hardest words to hear today, that even in his passing, Don is blessed. He's blessed because he died in the Lord.
I had the opportunity to work very closely with Don. And I can tell you without fear of contradiction that he was an incredibly committed Bahamian, an incredibly committed father, and a truly, truly wonderful human being.
No matter their walk of life or their political affiliation, we in Tall Pines became a family, and God poured into each of our lives in his own unique way.
From President of the Torchbearers Youth Association, Xavier Knowles, came this.
I have the privilege, based on our Constitution, to bestow the Torchbearers Lifetime Achievement Award posthumously to Donald Don Saunders.
Moved by words, Saunders' family wept. Don Saunders' state-recognized funeral is set for 11 a.m. at St. Agnes Anglican Church on Friday. From the ZNS studio for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
Thanks, Lloyd. Still to come, our feature, Bridal Fashion Show. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
Are you a business with 3 or more vehicles looking for the perfect fueling solution? Well, look no further.
I can go to any Ruber service station and get fast and easy service without any form of payment.
I can top up my fuel account and generate reports anytime online.
We at Wildflowers enjoy significant savings from fraud reduction.
The Rubis system provides optimum security and peace of mind.
Email bahamashales@rubis-bahamas.com to sign up now.
Mother's Day is coming up, and I'm thinking about upgrading my kids' mother's kitchen.
Man, I thought your children's mother was married to another man. You have to know when to let go. This is powerful. You know what? I'm going to upgrade my wife's kitchen for Mother's Day. I am sure she would love that.
I think so too. Check out Cornet Bahamas. They're having a pre-Mother's Day sale, 35% off store-wide starting April 16th through May 16th. The Sandy Port Plaza, Freeport, Albuquerque, and Ilu.
Pick up your favorites today at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Rainbow Chunk Tuna, 5 ounce, 2 for $1.89. Nesca Yellow Grits, 1 pound, $1.49. Olivia Vegetable or Canola Cooking Oil, 48 ounce, $4.99. Whole chicken wings, $1.99 per pound. Idaho potatoes, 5-pound bag, $4.99. Find the foods you love at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Bahamian students won every category of a recent regional online World Poetry Day competition held by UNESCO.
Help me to save our Caribbean. We can plant a tree to help save you and me. We can use less plastic. Glass instead would be fantastic. You can use transportation without an engine, so the atmosphere can have more protection. We can recycle items everywhere to show the Caribbean that we care.
The students were recognized by officials of the Ministry of Education, Technical and Vocational Training and Secretary General to the Bahamas National Commission for UNESCO, Deidre Bevins.
The competition was open to all UNESCO Caribbean countries in 4 age categories: 6 to 8, 9 to 12, 13 to 17, and 18 plus. 2 finalists per category per country were selected and entered into the overall competition.
The submissions were superb by any standard. And this is what we know we have in this country. We have exceptional, extraordinary young people. So I congratulate you, and I want to encourage all of you to continue to dig deep into your creative impulses. But whatever it is that you're doing, some of you are still in school, to move forward with confidence, with boldness in your abilities, and with a desire to build your, just incredible capacity as a human.
242 to the world.
Jonalie McIntosh for Ed Talk.
With 3 murders already recorded in Abaco this year, Central and South Member of Parliament for Abaco, John Pinders, expressing concern. The MP meeting with Abaco police officials to address the issue of crime.
There has been an uptick, which is troubling Abaconians, but just like you would see in Nassau, it's designate to certain areas. And I know with a bit more resources that the Royal Bahamas Police Force will be able to keep this under control. Abaco is one of those places where we have a booming economy. And there is a lot of influx of people from around the country and around the world coming here to find a better life or to feed their families. So as this progresses, there will be crime that goes with that.
Chief Superintendent of Police for the Abaco Division, Will Hart, says his organization remains committed to tackling violence.
There is a concern with the uptick in the recent murders. They are few and far apart. I should say the crime on the whole is not a representation of the community of Abaco. And these isolated incidents, we are actively on the ground trying to, we will come back with some good results. And let me just say too, and I know we are persons who are watching, who are responsible for committing this crime. We will come after you.
Well, it's time now for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Patricia. Apart from some high-level clouds, we have a few clouds floating around in the low levels as well. Temperature at 75 degrees. Relative humidity, 72%. The winds are out of the east-northeast at 7 miles per hour. Your barometric pressure, 1,018.4 millibars. That's 30.07 inches. And your temperatures around the islands this evening, 77 in Marshall, Abaco, Greenville, Key, 76, Freeport, Grand Bahama, 76, 75 in the Berry Islands, Alistown, Bimini, 76, 75 in Harper Island, Roxanne, Eleuthera, 74, Fresh Creek, Central Andros, 77, 78 in Kemp Space, Andros, and Black Point, Exuma, Otterstown, Kid Island, 76, 75 in San Salvador, Rum Key, 77 degrees, Georgetown, Exuma, 76, 77s in Rygut Island, Clarenstown, Long Island, and Crooked Island, Betsy Bay, Megwana, 76 degrees, Ackland, 76, Matchitani, Nagua, 79, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 78 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight through Friday in the northwest and central islands, that is zonal flow, that is winds blowing from the east at 10 to 15 knots, wave heights at 2 to 4 feet. The low tide that will occur at 11:29 tonight with a high tide at 5:39 tomorrow morning. Now for the southeast bombers tonight through Friday, winds also easterly but a little stronger at 12 to 18 knots, wave heights 3 to 6 feet. So we're asking boaters in the southeast bombers to exercise caution tonight through Friday. And then as we take you into Saturday in the northwest and central islands, the winds become southeast at 10 to 15 knots, wave heights remaining at 2 to 4 feet. Now your high tide, that will take place at 6:22 in the morning with a low tide at 12:39 in the afternoon. For the southeast bombers, no change there. That persistent easterly flow will continue at 12 to 18 knots and the wave heights 3 to 6 feet, maintaining the caution flags for the southeast bombers on Saturday. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they're brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Come on, well, I came down on a lightning bolt. 9 months in my mama's belly. When I was born, red, white, scream and shout. I had fire and brimstone coming out of my mouth. I'm ex-Roma, just something, oh, yeah, man. Well, hey, na-na-na-na-na-na. Hey, na-na-na-na-na. Hey, na-na-na-na-na. Hey, na-na-na-na-na. Hey, na-na-na-na-na. Hey, na-na-na-na-na.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned, your extended weather forecast is still ahead.
Want to have your voice heard? Send your letters to the editor to digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. Share your thoughts on current events or positive stories within your community. That's digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. We want to hear from you.
Are you a business with 3 or more vehicles looking for the perfect fueling solution? Well, look no further.
I can go to any Rubis service station and get fast and easy service without any form of payment.
I can top up my fuel account and generate reports anytime online.
We at Wildflowers enjoy significant savings from fraud reduction. The Rubis system provides optimum security and peace of mind.
Email bahamassales@rubis-bahamas.com to sign up now.
You watch them grow,
and make plans for them even before they're old enough to talk. You spend a lifetime of sacrifice to pave the way for their success and create a tomorrow you too can be proud of. Can you tell who is the investor? At Leno, we believe everyone who has ever put a penny aside for a future dream is an investor. If you're new to investing, Leno's financial experts stand ready to design plans based on your goals. Let's sit down and explore the options one-on-one and see how, together, we can make your dreams come true. Whether considering traditional investments like a new home, car, your own business, security and retirement, or your child's college fund, we take the confusion out of the process and make an investor out of you. Call 396-3225 for an appointment. Leno, your bridge to the future.
Here at Solomon's, we don't just believe in great brands. We believe in creating unforgettable memories and celebrating everyday living with you and your family. Every aisle is filled with all you need. A great value with variety and a selection of all your favorite groceries and products. Saving you time and keeping you on a budget. Great food changes everything. Shop at your local Solomon's for food, for family, for you.
Losing your furniture to costly termite damage? You need Rentokil Initials Drop and Go Furniture Fumigation, the only service like it in the Bahamas. Simply drop your furniture at a fumigation container located at 5th Terrace, Centerville, and collect your termite-free piece within days. Sealed with our termite-free guarantee. Fast, convenient, affordable. When it comes to complete termite eradication, there's only one name, Rentokil Initial.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Well, welcome to your ZNS Total Sports Check, everybody. I'm Marcellus Hall here at the Blue Hills Playing Fields as they get ready to continue GSSSA baseball championships and softball championships. We'll show you some of the action in a little while from our men's and junior boys series. Those went pretty well yesterday. We'll give you some details in just a short while. However, let's take a quick look now at what's ahead as the World Relays are just around the corner. Our World Relays athletes continuing their preparations ahead of the competition set for May 4th through 5th at the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium. Now, we did catch up with some of the members of our 4x100-meter squad going through their paces yesterday and got their thoughts on what's ahead.
The training has been going very well. You know, we are getting the chemistry together to go there and do our thing.
We have been coming out here mostly every day, putting our work in, getting our exchanges perfect, because you know chemistry and great exchanges is what wins relay. So we matching our speed, working hard, we're doing a good teamwork. So it's been coming on good.
Last week I ran on 10-3, so it's been great, going great for me, and really hope to be looking well. It's going to be my first time representing my country. Just going to make my Grammy and my daddy proud.
And as the World Relays continue to quickly draw closer, tonight we focus on a past member of our relay teams who has now since moved on from competition. Charles Fisher taking us into the legacy of Demetrius Pinder.
Demetrius Pinder's name will forever be etched in Bahamian track and field history. He was part of the men's Olympic gold medal mile relay team. He's been absent from the track for quite some time.
I just launched my own fitness app. Anybody could download on Apple or Android. It's called DP Fitness, Train Like an Olympian. So it's for, you know, track athletes. I notice a lot of us, when we want professional training, we end up leaving home. I don't want kids to do that no more.
A keen eye for talent, Pinder sees a lot of future Olympians here.
There's some talented kids, man, that's out there that's not getting the right coaching, and it hurts me. I see a lot of them don't know how to get out of the blocks. A lot of them fast, forms off. And if we could tweak those little things, and especially the stuff they will do off the track, man, we make professional athletes from home. Nobody got to go to Jamaica. Nobody got to go to the U.S. We could homegrown, everything.
4x4 in London, still talked about.
I get chills about it every day, but if someone would see me and it would remind me on what they was doing that day, that time, and it just put a smile on my face. I don't think something like that would ever go unnoticed or forgettable. It's a history that we make, and you know, the ladies done it before, but I think, you know, that 4x4, we just happens to love more than anything when it comes to the Bahamas.
Since then, the Bahamas has not had that much glory in the relays.
I'm always disappointed that I'm not out there. So even with them, you know, not being able to compete like that is very sad for an island that is strong host when it comes to the 4x4 relay. Man, it hurts. It hurts. I think that comes from, again, these kids going off now to college and, you know, getting distracted. I don't think it's the same. You have some kids that will leave here 46, they go away, and they still at 46. And they calling back home for the coaches, and they like, what's going on? How come, what we need to do, what you was doing? It ain't that. You know, the kid is just distracted now, and then that's why I'm saying if we can do that home, we'll see more results.
When asked if officially retired, got this look.
Maybe, maybe not. I've been thinking about it. I'm still young, but my main focus right now is definitely the kids.
Good to see Demetrius back trackside. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
All right, thanks, Fisher. GSSA throwing out the first pitch on their softball and baseball championships yesterday at the Blue Hills playing fields. Big game, fourth-seeded SC McPherson Sharks. They pulled off the big upset, taking down top-seeded D.W. Davis 11-9. Game was actually tied at 9 going into the last inning, but the Sharks scoring 2 in their final at-bat before shutting down the Royals to secure the win. Head coach Lucretia Swain excited and proud of her squad.
I'm so proud of this team. We're the 4th seed. We beat the number 1. Now we're against D.W. Davis, you know. Oh, we're just excited to be here. Trust me when I say it. Proud of their performance today.
Senior boys also a doozy. CV Bethel Stingrays and C.R. Walker Knights battling to the bitter end. At the end of the day, though, it would be CV Bethel getting the opening game win. They close it out behind pitcher Charlie Major Jr. 3-2 your final score.
It was a good performance. Did not to get up the 2 runs, but the job is not done yet. Still got one more game to go. And we're going to fight to the ball. We'll bring the bats around. I mean, the defense is there. Everybody doing what they got to do. To the greatest of guys, you can do this.
New Providence Volleyball Association Championships moving into Game 2 of their men's and ladies series at the D.W. Davis Gym. On ladies' side, Lady Panthers able to bounce back from a Game 1 loss. Straight sets victory over the Lady Warhawks 25-12, 25-20, and 25-22. That series now tied at a game apiece. On the men's side, Warhawks men going 5 sets once again with the defenders. This time, however, they would be the ones coming out on top. 14-25, 25-16, 25-18, 21-15, and 17-15 your set scores. That series now also tied at 1-1. Game 3, both series set for Friday. And to the NBA, where Buddy Hield and the Philadelphia 76ers looking to secure the 7th seed with a win last night versus the Miami Heat. NBA play-in tournament continuing. Buddy Hield, 17 minutes on the floor. He finished with 7 points, 6 assists on 3 of 8 shooting. Sixers now advanced to the playoffs as the 7th seed. They faced the New York Knicks on Saturday. Afterwards, Buddy talking about being able to play on a playoff squad.
Thank God for giving me the opportunity to come out here and see the playoff, get a win. And, we start off rocky at first, but, we were to stick to it the third quarter. We finally with the juice. Nico was big for us. He's all over the place making shots. Kelly came up big. Cam Payne came in big shot. Was making plays. I'm just glad we got the win. I'm glad I got to play out the first time. I'm ready.
And that's your check on sports for you here on this Thursday. Don't go anywhere. Our Thursday weather just around the corner. Stay with us.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
The most important thing in life is family. And whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
Have you ever purchased a defective item and was denied an exchange or cash refund? Contact the Consumer Protection Commission at 393-7795-8 or our 24-hour complaints hotline at 357-7898 and let us help your voice be heard.
Hey, get up, stand up,
Are you a business with 3 or more vehicles looking for the perfect fueling solution? Well, look no further.
I can go to any Rubis service station and get fast and easy service without any form of payment.
I can top up my fuel account and generate reports anytime online.
We at Wildflowers enjoy significant savings from fraud reduction. The Rubis system provides optimum security and peace of mind.
Email bahamassales@rubis-bahamas.com to sign up now.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, we have a frontal boundary approaching the southern United States, and that's going to stall over the Florida area, just around Lake Okeechobee over the weekend, and that will keep us into that warm zone over the next several days, so you can anticipate some warm daytime temperatures until about Tuesday, when that will brush past the extreme northwest Bahamas with very little fanfare. Now, satellite pictures showing some cloudiness pretty much to the east of us, and that will continue moving eastward, so we can look forward to some clear skies over parts of the northwest Bahamas tonight. Now, our forecast, cloudy in some parts of the area at times, 72 degrees for your low temperature, and tomorrow things are going to shape up like this. Partly sunny, still on the pleasant side with a high temperature around 80 degrees. Extended weather forecast. We're going to have lots of sunshine in our forecast right through the next 7-day cycle, taking us right into Thursday of next week. But as we told you, that frontal system will come through sometime on Tuesday with hardly noticeable temperature changes. So we will see low temperatures getting back into the low 70s as Wednesday of next week. Makisha.
Well, thanks, Basil. Well, she knew she wanted to do fashion design and has been on that journey for the last few years now. But it wasn't until recently that she found her niche, the world of bridal fashion. Jimenita Swain has all the details in this next report.
The unveiling of the Dijon Leclerc bridal show, a dream realized recently for a young fashion designer who for the last few years has pursued her passions. Against a white and gold theme, anyone hoping to tie the knot feasted their eyes on gowns for the parents of the bride and groom. Stunning bridal gowns to fit any body type and preference, from chic to classic to daring. All the designs of an emotional but proud Davika Wilson of LSD Couture, who pulled the event together in 2 months.
Went to Dubai in February and got it done by April. So I'm super excited for what's about to come for the Bahamas and our fashion industry. You know, you try different things, you try different genres of music, see what you like. So I tried a different genre of fashion, and bridal is it for me.
Among the many fashionistas in the audience, fellow designer Jillian Curry-Williams of Romelda Rose.
I think she did an excellent job. Everything was executed. She thought about everything. You could see that all of the styles came together. Groomsmen, bridesmaids, flower girl, it was, and those wedding dresses were, I mean, I wouldn't wear some of them, but some of them I would wear, but they were just breathtaking.
And what's a wedding without the right venue?
I thought about the runway in New York, and it's a wedding, it's a ceremony, so we decided to turn the actual ceremony into a ceremonial runway. And so we brought New York, the runway Fashion Week, into this show.
And of course, there were a number of engaged couples. The soon-to-be Edgecombe's one of them.
So this being my first bridal show, initially I didn't know what to expect, but as soon as I came in, I was absolutely blown away. Everything was magnificently done and well put together. I saw a number of dresses. I want to combine them all into one.
It was a great experience for me being here tonight, and of course to share it with my soon-to-be wife. It was, like I said, it was a great experience.
So stay tuned, as there is much more to come from the bridal collection. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Jimenita Swain.
And that does it for the Bahamas Tonight. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. From all of us here at ZNS, thank you for watching and good night.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
It's time for Focus Forward, sponsored by Invest Grand Bahama. It's Grand Bahama's best talk show, highlighting all of the positive things happening in Freeport.
Look forward to our special guests each week that will tell you about events, activities, and initiatives that are making a remarkable impact